Welcome back to your channel, guys. This is Manu and welcome back to Musings of Manu. In this video, we are going to talk about my freelancing journey. How has it been so far? What I have learned in my freelancing journey and what you can take away from my journey. And you can start freelancing in 2024 with these tips if you want to be a freelancer. Because when you know how to create your own way, you become a freelancer. When you know how to create your own way, you become an artist. And I think they have so many similarities, and it is a very challenging task. It takes a lot from you, but at the same time, if you have that guts, if you are courageous enough, you end up being victorious. So let us talk about my freelancing journey. I started freelancing when I was in my first year of college, and that was a terrible memory, to be honest. When I started, I went on Upwork, I tried Fiverr, I tried all the freelancing websites that I saw on YouTube that people recommended, and I tried everything. I prepared a lot of gigs as well. I posted it on there, and I tried hundreds of things. And one day I finally got one client and they contacted me. They told me there was just one lead, and I was so happy. You know, I was the happiest person on this earth when I got that. And after that, they told me that you will have to work on that. And I went through the whole questionnaire and everything. I had to prepare a report of that. I posted a lot of services at that time, and when I went through that, I was so scared. I did not want to be like that, but I was just a beginner, and I felt like a novice amateur, and I did not want to go and you know do all those revisions for the customer and the client. And I felt so terrible. Even though I got my first client, I was so scared that I ended up not replying to that client. I was just going through all the work that he provided, and I had to prepare that report, and I had to he was giving time as well, and it was my first payment as well. But that was a terrible memory. I actually ended up giving up, and that went. After that, I had no choice. I went on Fiverr. I prepared gigs over there. I kept posting gigs. I still have a lot of gigs over there if you go on Fiverr and check. So I kept doing it for a long time, but it did not work out as well. And that was also a disappointment phase for me. But at least I had the experience. I went on another website, started writing there, and still it did not work out for me. I tried almost all the websites. I have tried. I gave a video, a 5 minutes video, even though 3 years ago I made a terrible video. And today I can make 10 videos in a day, but at that point in time, even making one video was a difficult task for me. Sitting in front of the camera and talking, I prepared a whole 10-minute video and I sent them, and that was for English tuitions, I guess. Or yeah, it was for a global English tuition. So I sent that video, and I was like, I had this thing inside my head that I'll get selected, I guess. I don't think it's going to be difficult for me. And I posted that video. I did not get any response from them. That went terrible. After some time, I had no choice. It was already 6 to 7 months. I lost my first client because I was so shit scared. And I started watching YouTube videos again, back to square one. And I had that ample of freelancing gigs online, but it never worked out. Because unless or until you go and you are not consistent, you cannot get a client as a freelancer. You need to be the best at what you are doing, and you have to select a niche for that. So I had no choice. After some time, I had a global community. I was um I was a part of it. I made it through so many applications. It was a tedious process. It was UPG sustainability program, and that was the turning point of my life, I guess. I went in that networking program. It was a sustainability program. I talked about my project. I actually had done that project for 15 days. I volunteered, and that was a wholesome project of education. We will talk about it in another video. And from there, I got my first client, and I have so many happy memories of that. That was technically my first client because I actually gave them the work, my first work. I worked for them and I received payment for that. And that was a very beautiful memory because, you know, even if you're going to earn lakhs in your life, the first client that paid you, the first person who gave you an internship, is always special. So that client was special to me. That person was very special, that he gave me work. And then I knew the value of LinkedIn. I went on LinkedIn and I started writing posts there, and I just used to write every day. After that, I had built that confidence in me that I had that thing. I could actually earn something on my own. By the time I was in second year of my college, after that, I went on LinkedIn and I provided my services. There was a section I had to create, and I made a portfolio for myself and I posted it over there. After that, I knew what to do. I knew I had to get clients, and I knew I had to get recommendations from them, which was a difficult part because I was doing college at the same time. I was preparing for exams, and I did not know how to actually earn money as a freelancer. So from there, I got to know about personal branding. I started building my own personal brand on LinkedIn. I built my personal brand and I connected with global community of people. I think I made the best decisions of my life at that point in time, when I was reading a lot of books as well. And actually, I was building something. I felt that the LinkedIn profile that I built, I think I have built it on my own. I had 1 million plus views within 7 to 8 months, and that was a huge achievement for me. So after that, I started writing on Quora and Medium as well. And these are some big achievements of my life. And when on LinkedIn, my freelancing journey actually started when I knew about ghostwriting. So basically, ghostwriting, for those of you who do not know, is a kind of writing wherein you write for a startup owner or a founder or a person who's too busy to actually write their posts every day. So they hire a ghostwriter. So we actually do not we reveal anything to other audience who's writing the post. Nobody knows. It's just an agreement between both of us. So there wherein both of us connect on a daily basis, and I write for that person, for that founder. Every single day I write posts, and they pay me for, we have an agreement like I'll write 16 posts in a month and they will pay me a sum of amount. And when I was a beginner, I worked for free as well because I knew I had no recommendations by the time, not enough recommendations to actually get good clients and high paying clients. So I knew I had to get recommendations first. So I started working. There was a lot of services. I At the beginning I posted about so many services that I can do resume as well, I can do writing, I can do marketing, I can do Facebook ads, I can do graphic designing, video editing, everything. But then I realized that it's fine to have one particular skill that you are best at. So I chose content writing and I started working on that only. And that really worked for me because after that I got my other internship in a publication house, and I worked for them as well for the tenure of 3 months. It was internship period. Then I worked for them as a as their member. So this was my journey, and I think I talked pretty much about my internships as well in between. And I got my first internship, I think paid internship, when I was in my third year of college, not before that. Before that, I had done a lot of internships, but they were all unpaid. And freelancing is something, I think it is one of the most challenging tasks. So you need to be very patient, you need to be very consistent. So I will talk about my learnings. Let's begin. First, build a portfolio. You will need a portfolio no matter where you go. You will need your samples, your writing samples, or in a Google Drive or in a Word document, or you just need to store them in your portfolio, and whenever you are providing that to someone, they will just go through that and they will understand what kind of genre you can write in, what is your writing style, and if they would like to hire you or not. Then establish an online presence. It's the most important part after building a portfolio. If you do not have an online presence, then how will people know? If you do not tell them, how will people know? So have an online presence. It could be LinkedIn, it could be WordPress, it could be a website anywhere. It could be Medium as well, you can write on Blogger as well. But start writing, have a online presence. It could be Instagram as well. But if you have a online presence, then your clients will know that you have utilized a social media presence, a platform. Then you need to identify your niche. It's very important. See, you cannot, if you cannot write in tech domain, you will need to have something in your plate. So you need to explore different niches, but you need to decide one that you are best at. So this can help you stand out and attract clients looking for specific knowledge or skills. You do not have to go around and talk about hundreds of things. Just one. Just focus on one thing, one idea. Then network and pitch. When you know that you have done your side of work, there is just one work left, and that is letting people know that you exist. And if you don't tell people that you exist, there's no point in that. Your whole social media presence is a waste of time if you do not let people know that you exist. Then freelance job platforms. You need to go on different freelance job platforms and try to get work there. I tried a lot of platforms, it didn't work out for me, but there are some new platforms as well. I'll drop the links in the description. These new platforms, they actually get you some work, and you can actually earn some good amount of money from there. Then when you are there on the freelance job platforms, you can do guest blogging and guest posting as well. Now what is it? Offer to write guest blog and post for websites or blogs that align with your niche. It could be, you could also do that for free in the beginning, because you need some recommendations, right, to start with. So you can do that in the beginning to gain exposure, to get your hands on that, and to gain, you know, some good potential clients. After that, you can, actually go and sorry, you can go and get your gigs ready. I told you gigs. What are gigs? Basically the kind of work that you're doing, that sample that you're providing is your gig. When you have your projects, when you are writing an article, that's your gig. When you are providing a graphic design, that's your gig. So you are offering that, that's your gig. And when you are done with guest posting, content mills and writing gigs, you need to get it done. Consider joining content mills or platforms that offer writing gigs. It could be groups as well. There's so many groups that offer work, and you just go and ask, I'll be able to do that. They will give you the work, they will pay you for that, and you will work. And sometimes a lot of scams are happening, so you need to be very careful of those scams as well. Now moving on, referrals and testimonials. Definitely, they work like wonders. When you know how to actually network, you get a lot of work. You will never have to worry about work. So especially the word of mouth communication recommendation, it's the most powerful way to attract a lot of clients. When people talk about you with other people, when people say that this person, I believe this person can do your work very well. So remember, building a successful and freelance career that would attract clients, this kind of career, and it takes time and consistency and a lot of persistence. You need to be regular, you need to be careful, you need to be, attentive all the time. There are times when they will post about it on the group, and you will not be available, so you will miss that, because so many people are available, they will ask for that work. So you need to be attentive, you need to be active 24/7 if you are a freelancer. It is not an easy job, but it has both pros and cons, like any other thing, any other job opportunity. So it gives you the freedom to do the work on your own pace. It's not like a 9 to 5. You are your own boss over here, but still you need to be very careful when you're working, because your content is the king, and you should be punctual with your timings. So first, improve your writing skills, stay updated with industry trends, start writing about them, and provide high quality work to your clients. That's gonna work wonders for you. And this was my journey, and this was what I learned. I hope this video helps you if you're starting your freelancing journey, and I wish you all the best, because it is difficult, but it is beneficial as well. It has benefits, it has advantages as well. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and keep hydrating yourself. And subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.